quarterfinals.
West Ham against Olympique Lyonnais, better known as Lyon. And West Ham, what a win against Sevilla. And Yarmolenko, what a hero. Ukrainian.
Look, we can all support our teams around the world, but I'm sure we all came together to have a little smile on our face when that moment happened, because that was the comeback of dreams. They went 1-0 down in the first leg, an incredible Olympic Stadium, the light show at the start. I was just bemused when I was watching the highlights. I've never seen West Ham Stadium as buzzing as it was. Souček's looping header and then the Yarmolenko movement. Never in my era have I seen West Ham so successful. I remember the days where at Upton Park, as a Bolton fan, we were their bogey team. We'd go there and sneak a result, and I was buzzing. Those are the days I remember.
Absolutely, we beat them 3-1, but these days, I mean, they got into 4th place in the Premier League. They've fallen away a bit in the league, Theo, but can they go on in this tournament?
Yeah, they're a good team, Dad, because Sevilla have Koundé, who is about to go to Chelsea, Rakitic, ex-Barcelona, Bono in goal. They're title holders of the Europa League, and they've won it several times. It took real confidence and top quality skill on the football pitch to be able to do that, and they produced the goods. David Moyes, I'll tell you what, since they've come in, at one stage they were looking at relegation, and since then he's kept to his principles, signed some top quality players, and turned this club into something else. Probably should have done some more business in January, but where they are as a football club now is astonishing.
Absolutely. David Moyes was brilliant at Everton. He's great at West Ham. Now, in this tournament, Aaron Cresswell is loving it. 3 assists.
Yeah.
And the great thing about West Ham here, the goals come from everywhere. Michail Antonio, Bowen, Fornals, Ben Rama. But let's talk about their opponents. Lyon, they are only 10th in the French league. But in this tournament, they're doing all right. They knocked out Porto, didn't they, Theo?
Yeah, all focus is now on Europe because the French league is over. 10th place, they're probably not even going to qualify for Europe unless they really get their act together and pretty much win every game. Interestingly, the second leg is at Lyon Stadium. And I see that as favouring them. They've also got some great players. Hassim Aouar was about to go to Arsenal, and he stayed at the club this season. He's really running that midfield, just come back into the team. Any other players that caught your eye?
Well, I tell you what, we got to look out for that man, Carl Toko Ekambi, Theo. 6 goals and 2 assists already in the tournament.
Over 2 legs, we've got to summarise it and pick one team to go through. Who are you going for?
I feel really sorry to do this. As an Englishman, of course I'll be cheering for West Ham, but the winner of this game will be...
No, you're not going to do it. Why would you do that, Dad?
West Ham are going to win it.
Oh, you're such a mug.
It's going to be very close.
I knew you'd do this. I'm going to back West Ham as well. Great team, and I'd love to see them go on a run. A real proper football club, all the East End lads, and I really hope them the best. We're going to be predicting how far they go, so let's see.
And the next game is Eintracht Frankfurt against Barcelona. Now, Eintracht Frankfurt, 8th in the Bundesliga, but in this tournament, took a last-minute own goal to beat Real Betis.
Yeah, excellent. I find it so funny with Frankfurt. At home, they're like 15th in the Bundesliga. Away, they're like 4th.
Yes.
And they beat Betis at their own stadium.
I can't remember. Have we ever seen them? We've seen most of the Bundesliga team. I don't think we've ever seen Eintracht.
I don't think we have, but if we're going to watch them, it's going to be away from home. That's the only time they turn up.
I tell you what, Theo, they've got a good unit of players, many of which you won't have heard of, but you will have heard of Daichi Kamada. He is, of course, a Japanese international. 8 games in this tournament, 4 goals already. Watch out for him.
Yeah, they play a 3-5-2 system, which is very popular nowadays in the leagues like the Bundesliga. They don't have too much possession, but when they're on the ball, they like to move it fluidly. They hit them on the counter. Against a team like Barcelona, will that work? I watched them at Galatasaray in the last round in Europe, and I was very impressed because they showed real character and personality when they went 1-0 down in Turkey. A real screeching atmosphere. Lots of teams would drop, but Pedri and Busquets kept their head up and they played the balls out. They created for the likes of Ferran Torres, Adama, and Aubameyang, who ended up scoring the winner. Barcelona showed real character. I think they're one of the favourites for this tournament. Do you think they're going to win?
I tell you what, Barcelona have really turned it round in recent weeks, haven't they, Theo? They're 3rd in La Liga. They were way down before that. They've won the last 5 in the league. You've talked about Aubameyang. They've got a team full of stars, though, Theo. Who else do we look out for?
Gavi, Memphis Depay off the bench, Ansu Fati coming back. It's great squad going forward. I mean, the whole team is looking pretty good, and you've got to give it. It's all Koeman's fault. Koeman was a rubbish manager. He didn't know how to make it work. He was salty in the press conferences. Xavi, I mean, before I talk about him as a manager, you're more of a generation. You saw him grow as a player in the old Barcelona, their prime, when they were winning Champions Leagues, etc. What was he like as a player?
Oh, a brilliant player, Theo. But the thing about Barcelona that worries me, Theo, they're more of a Champions League team. Will they go out onto the pitch thinking we want to win the Europa League? Or will they feel it's below them?
Yes, because it qualifies them for the Champions League. They want European trophies.
Yes.
If they can prove they can win a European final, then who knows in the future years for the Champions League. It's all about making Barcelona great again. And the character they showed to win 4-0 against a strong Real Madrid team, which just knocked out PSG,
I know.
Messi, okay? They're showing they're back.
I know. What must Arsenal fans be thinking? Aubameyang, 7 goals in 7 games.
Is the problem Arteta or Aubameyang? Let us know in the comments. But that's going to cause some real fight. There's some Arsenal fans here. It clearly kicked off in the dressing room between them two. Maybe it was just best for both parties there.
Yes, but you know what? Let's get to our result in this game. And this might surprise you, Theo, but the Germans are very efficient at eking out results. And we've seen some surprises in this tournament. So I'm going to go, actually, the winners of this will be, actually, Barcelona.
Yeah, I'm going Barcelona as well. Truth is, I think Barca can even win this tournament. I'm going to tell you why or why not when we come down to the latter stage of this video, but they're a real solid team this year. Watching it live.
RB Leipzig against Atalanta. This could be an absolute cracker, possibly the best game in the quarter-final. And the odds, Theo, almost exactly the same, aren't they? And Leipzig, they got through easily from the last round. Spartak Moscow, not allowed to play.
If you go on Odds Checker, some bookies are offering better odds to qualify this year. It's not for first leg. Some are offering better odds for Leipzig. Others for Atalanta. It's so 50-50. It's unbelievable. Like, it goes, I mean, the percentages of how close. It's who wants it more, really.
It's true that RB Leipzig having a good run of form in the Bundesliga. They are 4th in that division, so they might qualify for the Champions League next year. Who do we look out for, Theo? I'm going to mention first Gulaski, the goalkeeper. He saves their bacon so often.
Yeah, the Hungarian. We love him, don't we? But Nkunku has been shining throughout the tournament. Even in the Champions League, remember that 6-3 against City? I thought the whole team showed character there, but Nkunku was one that just was a bit outstanding. And he links up well in a 2 with Andre Silva. They're clinical. They're a dangerous side, and they will get in the face of Atalanta. And in that first leg, I think they'll win.
Wow. Now, on Nkunku, we've got to mention more about. He's got 7 goals in the Champions League this season. He's got 15 goals in the Bundesliga. He is an absolute handful.
He's one of the top scorers in the Champions League. They're not even in it anymore.
I know.
Let's talk about Atalanta. The Italian lads. They've started to improve their form, haven't they, in the Serie A?
They certainly are, Theo. They are 5th in Serie A, ahead of Lazio, ahead of Roma. They are a very good team. They beat Bayer Leverkusen home and away in the last round.
And if there's one player to mention, I'm going to mention, I think he could score the winner. We've seen a Ukrainian score the winner in West Ham Sevilla. So why not in this match? Ruslan Malinovsky. What a baller. 5 contributions in the last 5 games, and he loves a big game. He scored against Juventus earlier on the season. I reckon the second leg in Bergamo, he's going to drop a masterclass.
That is a very big shout, but the problem with Atalanta at the moment, lots of injuries, Theo, to forwards and attacking midfielders. Theo, it's going to be really, really close. I think there'll be 1 goal between them over the 3 hours, and what makes it for me, the difference, is those injuries, Theo, that Atalanta have got. I'm going RB Leipzig. I'm going for the Germans.
You're going for RB Leipzig. I reckon it will come down to the second leg. We're in the last few minutes. Ruslan Malinovsky scores a welding knuckleball shot, and the Il Bossia, the Atalanta Ultras, go wild, and it all comes down to 1 goal. I'm backing Atalanta. You're backing Leipzig. We're going different. Who do you back? Tell us in the comments.
And finally, Theo, Braga of Portugal against our own Glasgow Rangers. This could be a cracker. Now, Braga beat Monaco in the last round. Think about Braga, Theo. They're like the 4th team of Portugal, aren't they?
Unbelievable. And didn't Monaco just pump PSG 3-0?
Oh, yeah.
So clearly they're showing some decent talent there. All focus on Europe once again for another club. We're a bit of a reoccurrence there with teams at the latter stages of Europa League. We were actually at a Braga Rangers game, weren't we? A few years back at Ibrox.
Oh my goodness, that was an amazing atmosphere, wasn't it? I remember a couple of late goals, but the player to watch out for me, Theo, is Ricardo Horta. 4 goals, 4 assists in this tournament. 15 goals in the league. Watch out for him, Rangers.
You know I love Portugal. I might even go there to watch them in the qualifier. So Braga fans, let us know in the comments if you've got any players replacing the likes of Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, all missing, because I'll be watching them. Talking about Braga, I think they stand a chance at home especially. When it comes to the second leg at Ibrox, it's going to be really difficult. When they get the ball, they'll shoot from any range to try and create a corner or test the goalkeeper. That's what Rangers need to watch out for. But with McGregor between the sticks, as proven against Red Star Belgrade, that geezer is absolutely unbelievable.
And he's like 39 or something, isn't it?
I don't know how he still does it. He basically saved Rangers at Red Star because they were so close going 2-0 up, and he showed real power in Serbia. Let's talk about Rangers. Because I was at the Red Star game. You watched it on TV. We saw them beat Dortmund. We've seen them beat Braga. They love a European night. It's part of the reason that they've given them a qualification next season, which is why first place is so valuable in the league. But let's talk about Europe. Rangers stand a chance at winning this thing, don't they?
Certainly, Theo. That first leg at Ibrox, and I think this is going to be the difference between these two teams.
Okay.
The Ibrox crowd. Because Red Star, 3 goals disallowed, missed a penalty at Ibrox. Why? How was that 3-0, Theo?
I don't know, but I have to give it to him. Rangers know how to play. Set pieces. Balogun loves a goal.
Yeah.
Morelos, he's always going to score on a European night.
Absolutely, Theo. Morelos has got 4 goals and 1 assist in this tournament already. He's got 12 goals and 7 assists in the league. He's a special player.
Will they beat Braga? Because the second leg is in Ibrox, and that's going to be a special night in Glasgow.
Well, I've got to mention James Tavernier, Theo, the lad from Bradford.
How did we forget?
Yeah, 4 goals, 2 assists in this tournament, 6 goals, 12 assists in the league this season. I mean, Ryan Kent and Tavernier, they just provide assists.
It's part of the reason they're so good at set pieces, and it's part of the reason I'm backing Rangers to knock out Braga over 2 legs.
Do you know what, Theo? I think this is a banana skin.
Yeah.
I think Rangers will be distracted by the league. They're going into a dogfight with Celtic. And I hate to do this, Theo. I mean, these are the 2 minnows of the tournament, but I just have to go for Glasgow Rangers.
Of course you did. You were always going to do this.
I know,
You've done that 3 times in that video now.
That, yeah.
Where you pretend to go for the other team, the underdog, and you don't. We agree again.
Clip it.
On to the semi-finals. Who are we starting with the semi-finals then?
No. We're not talking about the semi-finals.
Why?
Theo.
We're rolling.
Because we need 10,000 likes.
Oh, I get 1, 2, 3. Have you hit the like button? Okay, now we're going to semi-finals.
West Ham against Barcelona. What a game this is going to be.
It's incredible. If this works out to be, we both agreed that this is going to be West Ham Barcelona. Imagine, this has to be the biggest game they've had since the FA Cup final in 1923 for West Ham.
Absolutely, against Bolton Wanderers, a crowd of 200,000. There's never been a bigger crowd on these shores.
And who won?
Bolton Wanderers. Hey!
We didn't need to mention that.
No, we didn't really, did we?
I'm joking. But honestly, for football heritage, West Ham playing Barcelona. When I was watching on a Tuesday night, I remember the West Ham fans beat up the Bolton coach at the end, and we were both in a relegation dogfight in Upton Park. I never thought 10 years later, we'd be in a situation where the Hammers are booking a flight to Barcelona. I really wish them the best of luck. Of course, I'm going to be backing the English side. However, it's going to be really difficult. Who are you backing?
Well, I'll tell you what, Theo. West Ham slipping a bit recently. I think they're tired. They don't have the squad they should have spent in January, like you said with Sky Sports.
That's what it come down to. They're still battling it out for a European position in the Premier League, and that's going to really tire them out. There's only so much David Moyes can do. I know he's doing an incredible job so far. I've seen both of these teams live this season. I'm going to back Barcelona. They're going to edge it over 2 legs. New camp in the second leg as well favours them. They've got a great amount of squad depth off the bench. Maybe Ansu Fati by then. Gavi, Memphis Depay. I'm not sure West Ham can bring that off the bench themselves. What do you reckon?
I reckon West Ham will blow bubbles all the way to the semi-final and then lose to Barcelona. I'm sorry.
But Europa League semi-final to be knocked out to potentially the champion. Come on. That's still an incredible season and something to build on. Next year, they're in Europe again. They can invest in the summer properly. I really hope they do. Or West Ham fans should be after their board. I'll tell you that right now.
RB Leipzig against Rangers, although you disagree, don't you?
Oh, I've gone for Atalanta against Rangers. So the 2 teams, we differ, but Rangers are just the same. Yeah. It's a semi-final Europa League. I think the second leg will be at Ibrox again. How do they do it? It's going to be another incredible game.
I don't know, but I want to be there. But you know what? I really have to go with the Germans here. They've got the more expensive squad by an absolutely long way. I think it'll be close. Rangers have done fantastic in Europe this season. They'll go out in the semi-finals.
Yeah, and I completely agree. It's time to see the Italians get knocked out by the Scots.
No
Rangers are going to Europa League final. I've called it here first.
Wow.
It's going to be Rangers against Barcelona in a European final. That's going to be insane.
Well, I think it'll be Barcelona against RB Leipzig.
Boring.
But either of
what
those...
A rubbish game.
Brilliant game.
Rubbish. Get out.
Oh, my goodness. But I reckon of those 2 teams, Theo, because of Barcelona's form, the Spaniards, Barcelona will win this tournament.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm sorry, Rangers fans. I think you'll lose the final. What an incredible journey, though.
Yeah.
Barcelona to beat Rangers. And that comes down to the quality on the pitch. But I really want to see both Scottish clubs top clubs just bounce on from here
Yeah.
and really continue to make European finals.
Yeah.
Put your name up there with the top English clubs, because that's what it really is about. SPFL has improved drastically.
Theo, one thing I'd love to see, this might sound a little silly, Ryan Kent and James Tavernier, 1 England cap each.
Yeah,
Come on,
give it.
Gareth
Just
Southgate.
do it.
A friendly sometime.
You know
Put
what?
them in.
That is our Europa League predicted. Let us know in the comments, who are you backing to win this tournament? And apart from that, it's getting late. I'm off to Portugal, actually, to watch the Portugal qualify. So if you're Portuguese and you're a Braga fan maybe watching this, I don't know. I'll see you out there. Bye-bye.
See ya. And come on, West Ham, and come on, Rangers.